Aum Swasthiasthu, folks, and welcome to part 3 of the Indonesia series. Hey, look, I know at the beginning of this series, I said that I want to show you that Indonesia is so much more than just Bali, which is true. I mean, guys, Indonesia consists of 17,000 islands, and each one of these islands has their own unique customs, heritage, ethnicities, and landscape. And of course, Bali, the Indonesians sort of jokingly refer to Bali as Balinesia, because most people in the world, when they say they come to Indonesia, they actually only come to Bali. So in part 1 of this video, I took you to Java. I showed you the incredible volcanoes, the landscape, and the culture. And in part 2, we went deep into the jungle of the remote Mentawai Islands. However, lucky number 3, yes indeed, this video will be about Bali. So yes, folks, let's begin this Balinese cultural extravaganza right here at Pura Siva. Pura Siva is a very remote temple tucked away high up in the mountains in the jungle of Bali. But why I wanted to start here is because this depiction of Shiv that you see behind us is very rare here in Bali. This statue could be anywhere in India. This is the typical Indian representation of Mahadev in his form of Adiyogi. However, as you will see throughout this video, many elements of Balinese Hinduism are very different than those in India. So yes, guys, though I have visited Indonesia and Bali several times over the past decades, I obviously am not Balinese, and therefore I'm certainly not qualified enough to tell you guys in details, especially about the minute details and the intricacies of the Balinese culture and their heritage. So obviously I will need some local help, and I have just the right guy for that. Mangku Ketut is a really good friend of mine and is a guy who is totally up for this job because, first of all, he's a priest. Second of all, he is a puppeteer, he is a dancer, and he is an artist. But most importantly, he runs an institute here in Blabathu where not only does he work to preserve the culture and the heritage of Bali, but also to pass it on to the next generation by conducting classes and workshops and all these things. So this guy is super active in the preservation of the Balinese culture. All right, guys, without further ado, I have now the incredible honor and pleasure to present the one person that is going to be my partner in crime and our cultural expert, so to speak. This right here is the one and only Mangku Ketut Sudiawan. Swastiastu, my brother.
Swastiastu.
This guy's heart and soul are poured into the preservation of Balinese culture, and in his institute he makes sure that all the elements of the culture, be it the Gamelan, the music, the dance, the art, are preserved and passed on to the next generation. Mangku, are you ready to join me on this incredible adventure and do this documentary with me?
Yes, I'm ready.
Amazing. Let's go. So, before we kick things off and dive into the incredible culture of Bali, Indonesia, Mangku suggested, very rightfully so, that we should start this episode, this documentary, with a purification ritual. So, Mangku, the kids from his institute, and us are going to start all the proceedings by taking part in a traditional Balinese purification ritual. Even you guys are only watching this on a screen from the comforts of your homes. I still hope that these visuals can transmit some of the incredible energy, the tranquility, and the peace of this location. Locations like this are found all over Bali, nestled in the jungles where the natural water sprouts spring from the aquifers that are so abundant on this island. And this is where the locals come to pray, come to do offerings, and come for purification of their body, mind, and thoughts. Water purification rituals are quintessential in Balinese culture. These rituals date back to the animist days, long before the arrival of Hinduism to Indonesia, when what the Javanese and Balinese worshipped then was known as Agam Tirta, the religion of water. In contrast to India, where mostly fire is used in purification and temple rituals, here in Bali, water is that one quintessential element of purification.
Aja om banyak kali seperti tadi, oke? Silakan omnya, silakan.
Wow, that was intense. And if that is an omen of the things to come for this adventure, I cannot wait, because this was truly an amazing way to start this video. And truly, I feel blessed and invigorated, and I hope that you guys share some of these incredible blessings with me. Let's take a plunge and let's truly begin this cultural extravaganza right here in magical Bali, Indonesia.
Welcome to Bali!
Trayambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam urvarukmiv bandhana mrityormukshiyamamritat. Trayambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam urvarukmiv bandhana mrityormukshiyamamritat. Trayambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam urvarukmiv bandhana mrityormukshiyamamritat. Trayambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam urvarukmiv bandhana mrityormukshiyamamritat.
All right, folks. As we continue to explore the incredible facets and the diversity of Hindu culture here in Bali, Indonesia, up next, I'm going to tell you all about Wayang, or the shadow puppet culture. Wayang plays an integral part in the Balinese culture because these puppets are not only beautiful, but are also used to convey stories. These could be spiritual stories or epics when they're performed at temples, but they can also be used for simple entertainment or educational purposes. So even though we are in the digital age, these analog, very, very ancient, simple, handmade puppets still play an integral part in the Balinese culture today. I'm not just going to show you how these puppets are performed, because obviously we're going to watch a Wayang performance, but I'm also going to show you how these puppets are crafted and how much spiritual energy and how much tradition goes into this part of Balinese culture.
Wayang is very, very important for Hindu culture in Bali. Why? Every ceremony in Bali, we make the performance of Wayang ritual.
Barong itu, aduh jalanan apa saudara? Jadi,
why we perform the wayang? According to the concept of Hindu Bali, wayang have to be performed. It means the god come through down to the ceremony. Krishna, for example, transformed from the god Vishnu. Krishna is transformed of the god Vishnu. So Hanuman is the god of Bayu. Okay, this is Hanuman, is a part of the transcendent, transformed to be a Bayu. So wayang transformed to be talking the dramatic culture. So the dramatic culture in Bali, we have performed Ramayana story, okay? From Indian epic story, we talk about Rama, how Hanuman, how monkey a lot, how is Subali Sugriva, how is a demon Ravana, whatever. Instead of Ramayana, so also we carve for Mahabharata. So Mahabharata from Indian epic story and Ramayana from epic story. So we do everything in Bali. So performance of the wayang in Bali, we have to perform for ritual. So we call it wayang lama first, and the second is wayang gedog. For us, perform during the day, without light, without lamp, and just anything we do just in a simple way of life, but a very important ritual for Bali. So whatever you talk, Mahabharata story, Ramayana story, but mostly in religion concept. Not much joke, not much in anything sexual fashion to perform. We just regular performance, talking about religion and life and tradition and the cultural literatures of local Balinese. So we to perform in wayang lama or wayang gedog.
Seriously, guys, don't tell me that these puppets aren't beautiful. I mean, look at the color, look at the expression, look at the personality and character that radiates from these puppets. And yes, though many refer to wayang as shadow puppets, actually, it's only on rare occasions that these performances are done against the light and where the shadow of these puppets is projected onto a screen. But in most cases, especially in temples, these are performed open air in the daylight or even in the night without light at temple ceremonies, where, as Manku said, they perform Hindu epics such as the Ramayana or Mahabharata and many more. And these performances are often performed in Sanskrit or in Bhasha Bali and convey an important educational aspect of the awareness of the Hindu culture.
Kering king ulun masayu. Atuk cewa ratu sampun sida mangken watak yang wera juret, watak yang raksasa jago melanang singing pada. Ayunan pariat kena
Alright guys, as we continue to explore the incredible cultural heritage and history of Bali, right now I'm getting myself ready for royalty because yes indeed, we are going to visit the Blabathu Palace and meet the current king of Blabathu. I mean, obviously, Indonesia is no longer divided into separate kingdoms and Bali is part of the Republic of Indonesia. It's a massive democracy. But of course, all these ancient kingdoms still exist, and these families still have their palaces and still keep all the cultural heritage alive, which is super, super interesting. So I'm super stoked to meet the king and find out about their traditions and the culture and the rituals that they still keep alive here in the palace. And of course, for all that, I need a translator because I was told that the king does not speak a lot of English. So my good friend Manku yet again volunteered to not only translate for the king, but also show us around the palace and give us a little bit of context. So join me as I find Manku somewhere here at the palace entrance gates. Aum Swasthiasthu.
How are you, Mr. Kriz?
I'm good. I'm super
Nice
excited to meet you again.
Me too.
Are you ready for the palace tour?
We do for you.
Let's go.
Suksema. Welcome to the Puri Agang Blabathu. Puri mean the royal house of the palace. So Pura mean the temple for Balinese for free. So between a similar word of Puri and Pura look like similar, but it's different. What is the difference between temple and royal house? The way how we make the design of it, make it different. But human being living where the royal house is, make it more simple. You can see they don't have so much decoration. Then compare when you come to the temple. I know you come to the beautiful entrance gate of Mahameru in the temple, look more elaborate character. So much symbolize of human, God, priest, and the God itself. Now we can see the one of unique of the royal house of Blabathu from scene 16th century built up by the first kingdom of Blabathu during the colonial. What I know is Blabathu is so super kingdom from in the south part of Bali. The king has this much more guardian. When you look this guardian are beautiful, decorative, and very unique symbolized, and so much thing as decorated for guardian as a visible and invisible. Decorative thing or a guardian spirit symbolized. That's why we're covering with black and white checks is normal for Bali. Black and white checks away the bad spirit and come in for the good spirit. You should understand. Bali is the island of the balancing between good and the bad. Ruah Bineda. For the good thing, we welcome you. For the bad thing, move away. I don't want you come to disturb us. The family live here. I don't want everyone disturb Bali because Bali is the spiritual context and Bali is one of the spirit pilgrimage for those to come to enter it. That's why this big family for you to enter a Puri Agang Blabathu is amazing to understand. Okay, now I'm going to show you one of the very specific symbols of the tree next to me. I'm going to show you these tree are so one of very important for Hindu Bali. These three need for the God, for the human being, for the naturalized of the natural symbolize of Hindu Bali with nature. They grow in the nature, become a tree. This tree, what I pick for everyone, is a symbol of the tree for Kayu Sakti. Sakti means the mighty and super power. For those who need some purification of the wedding, tooth filing ceremony, baby birthday, cremation, we need to cut this tree and make a liquid of that and cut, slice with the rice, with the white, yellow cucumber, we call kunyit, to make for that to purification your hand, your body. That's why the tree of grow in every place in the island of Bali. In your home, in the royal house, Puriagang Blabathu has a very big tree. So in my sing, we call it Taru Sakti. In the island of Bali, they are made for that. You just hanging on and stand on the wall, they can grow it very well. Instead of that, we make some thank you for this spirit of the tree every day. Our royal house the servant called Pangaya, make some cake, flowers every day. Like this is part of the offering in the morning for food in the morning. We do for this for the tree. Thanks for the tree. Hopefully you bless to us and everything that you give a powerful between tree and human, give connecting through. So cook food every day. Offering full moon, the day of ceremony, we thanks for the tree. When we start from the top, guys, I want to see you see Linga Yoni, where Siwa has a crown. And the top has Linga Yoni, getting below how so many different gods symbolize. And the second level, which kind of the freeze meditation to the Mahameru, going to. And in the middle over there, when you are on the top, right in the middle over there, Siwa, preparation you are scaring. Siwa or Barong or lion. So scare you are as a representative guardian from the entire royal palace. So scaring part of the Barong is a Siwa represent of it. That's why Siwa always top of our head and people dance under the Siwa. So we dance up these, okay? That means we want to mix some dance and we open my eyes, use my glasses, I don't want to use, otherwise you can see my face and this expression of it. So if you flick your hand like this, the energy of the, what we call it, Gamelan goes to me. Flick like that and up and gong and make the gong give to the dancers. Gong is the Siwa Nataraja. Gong is the entire music or called taksu. Taksu is spirit from the art.
Super stoked because right now is the time of my audience with the king. The king's name is Agung Aji. I hear he's a super nice gentleman, but as I said in the intro, I hear he doesn't speak a lot of English, so we'll get him to talk in Bahasa or in Bahasa Bali or Bahasa Indonesia, and I'll try to translate using AI or just ask Mangku to help us with the description. So are you ready with the audience of a real life Balinese king? Let's check it out. Aum Swasthiasthu.
Aum Swasthiasthu.
So good to meet you. My honor. This right here is the King of Blabathu. I mean, this is absolutely amazing. We're having an audience with a real life king. Like I said in the intro, I'm super stoked to find out about the traditions and the culture that they still keep alive. And hopefully he's going to tell us all about it. I'm super curious.
Oke, saya jelaskan sedikit tentang Puri Ageng Blabathu. Kita berada di hadapan patung.
Sure, I will explain a little about our royal house here in Blabathu. Right now we are in front of the Garuda Wisnu Kencana statue, which is our descendant. He is the one we really bow down to or worship because we are Vishnai Hindus. I am the 25th generation of the dynasty which descends from Prabhu Udayana and Irlanga from India, who founded the first Hindu kingdoms in Java. So this statue represents Vishnu Wangsa and Batara Vishnu. You also see that there is the Garuda, a very important figure associated with Vishnu, and also the dragon or Naga. As Hindu kings, we believe in the foundations of the earth and the mythology of Hindu creation. Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva are the universal trinity and the essence everything. As kings, even in this modern age, is our duty to adhere to responsible leadership throughout the entire universe created by the gods, including this island and our planet Earth. Our duty is also the preservation of the wonders of nature of our island. Come, let's walk and we will discuss further in this central hall.
Nah, Puri ini dinamakan Puri Rajadhani. Jadi areal ini disucikan. Jadi tidak ada boleh ditempati.
This palace is called Puri Rajadhani, and the area I am taking you to now is sacred. It cannot be occupied by corpses or any female palace residents or visitors who are menstruating. As this area is holy, it is also the place where we store the holy centuries-old Gajamada masks and many other sacred ritual items used in sacred ceremonies here in the palace and our community.
Okay. Nah, sekarang saya duduk di balai tengah.
So now I am sitting in the central hall of Puri Rajadhani Mengang Blabathu. This area is used to carry out religious ritual ceremonies. We also have a royal temple complex where we carry out functions and where I go to pray and meditate every day. Magu Ketut will surely show this you later. May blessings be with you.
Om Santi, Santi, Santi Om.
For me, so as artisan person, without the king, I cannot survive. The king has control everything, according to the tradition of the kingdom long ago. But we would like changing a lot. After Indonesian independence in 1945, so then Indonesia is controlling now. For me, I still appreciate the king here who decided to keep one of the very important intangible culture called Topeng, called Wayang, called a wooden bell. So the king of Blabathu owned that. Balinese come here to make some pray for it. For me, as an artist, I come here to Gedong. We are here in the front of the very specific character of the dragon as an entrance for the meditation area. The way how we come the step here, this is for the king who only, yeah, and the family itself come here to meditation. When it's not dark, we will see the top of Mount Agung from here, and there are from Mount Agung there are concerned the second step with the Trinity, like a red umbrella represent of Brahma, the white umbrella represent of Shiva, and the black umbrella represent of the Vishnu is. So the Trinity, all this spirit give through the what do you call it, protection from the royal kingdom and the Jelantik clan. The Jelantik Gusti Ngurah Jelantik clan is part of the belong to Balinese, all Bali. When the big ceremony here, we are full. People come to there for Mount Agung from here and pray and purification here. We have little pond here, water come from the ground. So people purification here. But the lucky something, if you have no anything baby, when you married for many years, probably if you believe here, we come to purification here and ask to pray to the God of Trinity and purification here, hopefully you get a baby from. Because this is a good blessing, a good, what we call giving from the God.
As Manku said, this again shows the incredible difference, yet similarity and unity between Hinduism celebrated in India and the Hinduism celebrated here in Bali. Obviously, the Trimurti, the trinity of the creative gods of the universe, Brahma, Vishnu and Maheshwara, aka Shiv, Mahadev, who is in the center of these three statues here with a white and yellow sarong and with a white umbrella, is depicted so different than Shiva would be depicted in India, because in India, when you recognize Shiv, it is either because of Nandi the bull or because of the Trishul or the trident. Whereas here in Bali, the representations are physically very different, but the spiritual power and meaning are exactly the same. Har Har Mahadev, Om Namah Shivaya. Alright guys, so this right here brings us to the end of our visit here at Blabathu Royal Palace. Anyway, our exploration of the unique culture and tradition and a unique form of Hinduism here in Bali is far from over, as there is so much more that I want to show you. So stay tuned for the next segment. Aum Swasthiasthu, folks, as we continue our exploration of the incredible culture and diversity and of course the Hinduism here in Bali, Indonesia. Up next, we're going to feature something that is absolutely synonymous with Bali, and frankly, you cannot even say Bali without saying Barong. You can see I'm even wearing a Barong t-shirt for this today. So up next, I'm going to showcase this incredible mythical figure, which is known as the Barong, which is a lion-like figure, and of course his nemesis, Rangda, which, as always in Hinduism and in many cultures, represents the eternal battle between good over evil. Are you ready for this next super interesting and beautiful cultural segment? Let's go. So these two figures here are the two legendary, iconic figures here in Bali. This right here to my left and to your right is the one and only Barong, representing the good side. And right here to my right and your left is Rangda, which is Barong's nemesis, representing the dark side. This epic between the battle of good over evil is found in so many different cultures all around the world. And here in Bali, it is represented by the Barong and Rangda. The origins and roots of these figures may trace back way before the arrival of Hinduism here in Indonesia and could actually be traced back to animist roots. However, the prevalence and importance of these two figures right here in Bali these days are unnegotiable. Anyway, for us to learn a whole lot more about the culture and the meaning of these two figures, I'm going to invite my good friend Manku to join us once again and tell us all about it. Aum Swasthiasthu, Manku.
Aum Swasthiasthu.
How are you today?
Very nice.
Are you ready to tell us about the incredible epic figures of the Barong and Rangda?
Of course.
Both are very equally the same strong symbolized. But Hinduism in Bali believe about how good, how bad. So Pura Dalam represent about Siwa transformed to be Barong. They protect the human being, they protect the environment, protect the local Hinduism in Bali as a spirit symbolized of white magic is Barong. So how Barong in Bali very strong to be presented by local Balinese. This is a very typical like local Hinduism in Bali for Barong represent about the dance in Bali for Barong and how there are bad character represent for Rangda. For example, there are represent about the bad thing. But how the bad is we never away from local Hindu Bali. Always good and the bad together. So how we can make Balinese Royal Bendera stand and equally the same in Bali. Equally is the same as Hinduism in Balinese for what we call it Tampak Dara. It's kind of the balancing of Hindu Bali, which is way of good and the bad represent of Barong. So that's why Barong and Rangda in Bali very, very strong and very popular among the Balinese.
So Maku, how is the Barong used in temple and religious activities here in Bali?
Well, Barong in Bali, when the Odalan ceremony, Barong, they are love to perform as ritual. When the performance of Barong dance and as a ritual, human of local community come to perform in specific symbolize. They are blessing to the human in Bali. They're blessing the community in Bali. So we call it Napak Pertiwi, come through directly to the earth and blessing the human. Rangda for the balancing represent of Umma come down to the Pertiwi and Siwa come down to the Pertiwi itself. Now to be a piece of the Alana Bali, feast for community in Bali, and they will get a blessing from Siwa and Dewi Uma. Siwa and Dewi Uma is part of the strong symbolize to give out blessing, represent of Barong and Rangda. It's kind of ritual, we call it Napak Pertiwi in Bali.
So if Barong is linked to the essence of Shiva in Hinduism, who is Rangda linked to?
Durga. Durga is to present you are for blessing you are. Even though the Durga practices the black magic, no. I'm so sorry, we are in a Pura Dalam right now. Durga is give you blessing in Marajapati.
So yes, guys, obviously these figures are animated by dancers. And this is not just a dance, but this is something really, really spiritual. And these people that sort of slip into these costumes are becoming the character, are becoming Rangda and becoming the Barong. Right now, next to me, you will see the young gentlemen that are going to wear these costumes and perform for us in a minute. But yeah, Mangku, tell us a little bit more about it.
This man represent about the Barong today. You are going to see him. May I have your name? Nama siapa?
My name is Today.
Today is a man from Blabathu to present about Barong on the head in front, and then behind of you, Nama?
Balik Ariano.
Balik Ariana is the man behind of today for the tail of Barong. So both men here represent of the head is today, the master of Barong of Blabathu, and Ariana, the tail of Barong behind of today. So how the Barong? Very strong, very powerful Barong. Today, please come and present. Coba Agel. Nah, the man who have make the Barong. So without the head, he doing this. The man, the head and the face represent up, and the head for this, they are going to present how strong of that to energy, the power, the tail, nothing to do. Okay, the tail is nothing to do, but the head are so strong. The head for that, he smile too, big eyes too, and make all of you just energetic from the character itself. It's a good character. Thank you today. Thank you, Ariana. Now we back to the transform to be Rangda. This man transform from Rangda. He is going to represent how Rangda will work, how to trembling the fingers of that. He tried to present how Rangda strong by Nama?
Wahde.
He is Wahde. His name is Wahde from our Blabathu village. Wahde, generasi keberapa?
3.
He is a generation of the 3rd generation from the village right now. He's a great man. I know he's a very artistic man. He doing to trust. I trust him to present about Rangda, how make them power of Rangda like boiling the water. Yeah. Forward. How about boiling the water? How about the fire? How the fire? How the boiling water? How they jump off the Rangda? How they strong might? So they try to present about Rangda. How bad the spirit coming from the Rangda. So how the boys are very scared for the local Balinese. Rangda try to make scaring people. That's why, people are scared to look the Rangda. They don't want to see Rangda. No, I don't want Rangda. No, don't do that. Don't say that. Rangda is a good spirit. Rangda is a protect you are from the Dewi Durga from Rajapati. If you don't pray to Rajapati, you did not get the tax.
All right, folks. As we continue our cultural exploration of Bali, Indonesia, right now, I want to touch on the Balinese New Year because it is very, very different than the New Year we celebrate in the West. First of all, New Year in the West is celebrated at the end of December, whereas here in Bali and a lot of other Southeast Asian countries which are Hindu or Buddhist influenced do celebrate the New Year coinciding with the Lunar New Year in and around the middle of April. Here in Bali, New Year is celebrated by building these incredible monsters that you see here behind me, which are known as Ogohs. It's very symbolic because these Ogohs sort of represent in a physical form the evil and the sin we as humans commit. So every village, every banjar builds these Ogohs, and I tell you, the craftsmanship and effort that goes into these are insane. I mean, this could be Hollywood movie props, seriously. Every village goes out and about, and of course even the kids in Blabathu are super excited about their Ogoh. But maybe one day I'm gonna make a whole video about this incredible Ogoh and the culture. But today, I just want to give you a little insight and show you some of the incredible arts of the Ogohs, and of course, tell you about the concept. So, on the New Year's Day, these Ogohs are paraded down the road, basically on the last day of the old year, and are then burned as a symbol to rid oneself of the evil and sins of the old year. And the next day is Nyepi. It is the silence day where there is no music, no sounds, not even cooking, no driving on the road, because it is a day of contemplation, mindfulness, and silence. Are you ready to check out some insane Ogohs and celebrate the Balinese New Year? Let's go. as we continue our cultural exploration of the unique Hindu culture right here in Bali, Indonesia, up next, I have another segment for you. I know, in this video, I have and I still continue to show you a lot of dance and a lot of performances because these things are such integral parts in the day-to-day life of the Balinese celebration of their Hindu faith. Up next, I want to show you a segment about Topeng, which is another mass dance practiced here, and I'm super stoked to not only see how it's made, but find out all about the culture, the meaning, and the ritual of Topeng. Are you ready? Let's go.
Selamat sore. Hari ini saya melakukan pemahatan.
Good afternoon, friends. As you can see, right now I am carving a log of wood with the purpose of crafting a traditional mask. We call these masks topeng here in Bali. For this it's important that we use the right type of wood from a sacred tree, and to select an auspicious day for the carving. In Bali, mostly this will be on the day of the full moon. It is a very good day for making a powerful mask for the dancers.
Topeng ini kita biasa pakai dalam upacara in Bali.
We usually wear these topeng masks at folkloric and religious events. It is one part of our Yadnya ceremony. We as the next generation in Bali are keeping all our ancestral traditions alive as they have a deep meaning in our lives.
Dalam proses pembuatan topeng ini, kita ada beberapa tahap.
In the process of making this mask, we have several stages that we have to follow. The first process is of course the carving to form the shape of the character we are creating. Once the mask has its form, my team will continue with the sanding process to make it smooth. And finally after that the painting and coloring will happen. This is where the final character of the mask will be added.
Baru dituangkan dengan warna sesuai karakternya masing-masing, sesuai karakter tapelnya masing-masing.
After the painting, we will add finishing touches such as eyebrows and mustaches according to the character. The older one has thicker mustaches and thicker eyebrows.
Ditambahkan kumis sesuai dengan karakternya. Yang lebih tua, dia lebih tebal kumisnya, alisnya lebih tebal. Yang keras,
it gives it more character and expressions like this. Look. Each characters are different in their own way.
Terima kasih.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Selamat pagi. Aum Swasthiasthu.
Tonight, the Siwa has a ceremony in Pura Dalam Tengaling. And the priest, Ratu Cokorda, for the priest here, welcome us. Because this is the way how we express Pura Dalam in Bali is a Siwa temple. So then that's why the beautiful decoration there. If you'd like to come, if I go to India next time, if I try to go to India, probably India style architecture different than Bali style. Siwa is Mahadewa, Siwa Mahasiwa is a Kailas come through from that. But Kailas is one of the very important from India itself. But we don't say Kailas in Bali, but Siwa stay here. For us, we don't see how Linga or Yoni and how the, what we call it, Pratima stay in that way inside of the room called Tungkub in Balinese. And we think a Siwa could meditation inside of Tungkub. Because tonight will be the ceremony, I'd like to invite you to come through in and then come to carry the offering like in front of you. So this is way how the Balinese bring offering. Offering in Bali is so very important to carry to make at home, and your wife and your daughter make it offering like every kind of the fruit and chanang with many kind of the flower itself, and you carry from home and put in front of the Siwa. So Siwa is kind of the way how we are pray and give thanks to Siwa. Give thanks to Siwa by what? Offering. Om Namah Shivaya, and I give you the food. Om Namah Shivaya, I give you the flowers. I pray for you, and we pray for incense. We stand the incense. We just do puja.
Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Ikramandire suntrana, Gramino
Balinese temples have 3 gates. This right here behind me is the center gate. Normal people like you and I do not use this gate. This gate is sacred. Only the priest and the barong and very, very special people enter the temple through this gate. Normal people use the left or right to go in and out of the temples.
Yeah, this is a split gate in Bali called Candi Bentar. Candi Bentar is a split gate like this. It means the Balinese, when they enter the temples, when they have anything problem, confusing, whatever, when you come through the split gate, when you enter the third yard, here we are, and we have a challenge for us to keep and feast yourself as a bring the offering from home to here, resting at this area for to be keeping feast and preparation until ready to come through the main entrance of Candi Kurung, ready to meditation to the god of Shiva. This is very important for you to see split gate in this yard, and then the main entrance from Candi Kurung to be concerned your meditation through the Shiva god.
So yes, folks, as we continue to explore more of genuine Balinese culture, right now I have come to one of Bali's many kite festivals. Because yes, it is August, and August is kite season here in Bali. Let me find a shady spot and then show you the amazing kites that are just taking off. Well, I found myself a little spot somewhat away from the noise, because obviously there is the Gamelan music, there's the announcers, there's the kids shouting, but I wasn't quite successful in finding some shade, but that's alright because it is super windy. Anyway, the atmosphere out here is eclectic. I mean, young and old are out here flying their kites, and it's absolutely epic. However, you see, these kites here, they're not like free-form kites. They're not like sort of, you make any object fly. But here in Bali, the Balinese kites actually go by a specific rule or by certain regulations. So they have to have certain colors. They're very fixed designs, although there's quite a variety of designs. I mean, I've seen ones that are like eagles or birds, and some with Garuda faces on them, and others look like fish, and others are having huge tails, and others are short. So I mean, don't get me wrong, there is a whole lot of variety, but it's not like free-form art. I mean, these rules are set since generation. It's a cultural thing. And well, let's find out more about it. Let's talk to one of the judges, find out some of the judging criteria by what these kites are judged by, and just meet some of the kids, meet some of the people flying their kites, and just enjoy the incredible atmosphere. So let's go.
Welcome back to my channel.
All right.
In the traditional kite, we have a color first, because the Balinese traditional kite, we have like a 4 color, red, and then black, yellow, white. So we mix the color and then make a good, and then also the what you call about the cat like this.
Navigation.
That is also give you score. So we have like also the cat. All the cat must have a navigation like this. If your cat like a stand, then it's a not good score. Okay, and then also we have the sound, like a sound.
Yeah.
We call it guangan. That is a muscle like this.
It's the vibration of it, yes.
Yeah. If just stay here, just stay like this, it's not good. Yeah.
But if it's swinging like this, it's good.
Yeah. That is a make a sound. Yeah. And also, there is a many category in the cat, because like a different cat, different categories also different score like this. Yeah. So difficult for to explain what that.
Okay, at least I got the essence of it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Suksema. Thank you.
Subscribe. Astung Karawin. Subscribe.
Thank you.
Irman sedang sampun tes tegah, sampun tes kalernya, nah waktu banget. Sebab Iko di luar arena, tapi layangnya masuk arena gitu. Nah waktu banget sumber ruangan saling ulang layang yang benar-benar sering.
First page singing under the moon. You and me together, it felt so good. But then you made me feel blue when you ran away with somebody new.
Alright guys, next let's talk about music. More specifically, the sound that is so synonymous with Indonesia, the gamelan. Here in Bali, obviously the gamelan is not just a component, but is an absolute foundation of all the spiritual and cultural activities that take place here on the island. Of course, Mangku is going to explain us a whole lot more about each one of the instruments, and we're going to witness his students perform some of the magical sounds of Bali for us. Are you ready? Let's go.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now I'm really happy to tell you about the music instrument and also how important the music instrument called gamelan in Bali is so very important to play by the Balinese during the temple ceremony and the show, entertainments, whatever. So this is one of the very important. We call this in the melody area. The entire instrument, we call it melody area. But I'm here, will stay to introduce you about the mantra. Before the Balinese come to play the gamelan, they should come to Taksu first. Taksu means the Pasupati god or Shiva god to give us energy. So when energy of you are already feel from Shiva, from the Saraswati or from Pasupati, and we become a good player. That is the living concept of Hindu Bali to play. Now, when I play about the gamelan, we speak mantra by not by the mood, by hand gestures. Hand gesture us to speak mantra now. How the mantras speak, and we play Om, Sa, Ba, Ta, I, Na, Ma, Si, Wa, Ya. This is mantra speak by meloder. So if you are a meloder, if you are the musician, you already part of the mantra. But we don't speak mantra because they are not a priest, but you learn and you do by the hand gestures. That's why you play Om Sabanas Nama Siwaya. So you play for that from different rhythmic, from different tone, different melody, different kind of dance. Composer has the idea. Now I'm going to continue for the next music instrument in Bali. Now I'm holding this part of a stick. We call it panggul. I hold the left hand of me. We call it kajar. So connecting to the melody of Ogolh and Pamade and Kantilan, we have a kajar. Kajar or tempo. Tempo or a conductor from all entire instrument in Bali. So the kajar, instead of the god symbolized, kajar makes some powerful to conduct it, the entire melody or entire gamelan. So when you play the tempo, before you play the tempo, you have to understand where the philosophy will stay. If you are male and female, you looking this. Okay, this is male symbolized, lucky, male, and the female here. So instead of human being symbolized, male and female as a concept of Hindu Bali between these here, and also here we are. A similar sound, but a different way how we are using in Bali. So for the god symbolized, this is part of the, what we call it, Siwa, where it has Linga and Yoni. Linga, here we are, stand up, Linga, and Yoni is below. Should be male and female or Linga and Yoni. For us in Bali, is always to be connected between the human being and the God. Should be the God blessing us. So Siwa always blessing us, who the player in Bali. So we play for the tempo is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's kind of that when you play the tempo. Sometimes you make a faster. So depend on the track of melody or gamelan instrument. So it's part of the Linga Yoni or Siwa blessing from character. Now I'm going to show you the one of them also connected to the melody and kajar or tempo. Now I'm hold this part of the, in the both hand of us, we call it cheng cheng. Go to the ocean to do the purification. We always enlarge the Blaganjar with a big cymbal. Hand cymbal, standing and walking cymbal. We do like this. But now I have a specific with gong kebiar. We play the sitting cymbal position. We have a total. We call kura kura, it represent a sea god. This is sea god, where we call it turtle in the ocean. And on the body of the turtle, we have this shell of the body, and put the hand symbol as a concept that we are playing of the god Vishnu to give a rhythmic of god Vishnu play to the gamelan, which is protecting of the rhythmic of gamelan by Vishnu god. This is Vishnu play noisy from rhythmic of gamelan with the hand cymbal sitting position is just like this. It's kind of that to play for the hand cymbal, because don't forget we do the melody from Iswara represent of from the god entire of gamelan, and Vishnu here to make the rhythm to elaborate the music itself. So this is function of cheng cheng. Okay, now we want to come for this gentleman. We have lanang wadon. Okay, lanang and wadon is male and female represent of it. Without male and female, I cannot make something live could be, or make some sound of it. This is the master of the instrument of local Balinese from symbolize of Brahma. Brahma give the powerful of power from the big bang of the nature symbolized, and the man here to present for you to come about how Brahma give the great characteristic and creative thing from the power of it. We call it Kendang Lanang Wadon. For you now, 3, 2, 1, yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. In spite of that, they make some very well collaboration. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. It's kind of very well collaboration. And now Dadasa has a challenge to be jumping and to move that. Bum 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 bum. It's kind of that you can try to present for gamelan, because between the power where the god of Brahma became the god of Vishnu, became the god of Shiva, there are Trinity symbolized. So you come to pray for Trinity, and Balinese do that. Okay, the Trinity symbolized in Bali, they are very important for us to pray for the Creator of God is, and to the preserver of the God is, and to be the destroyer God of God. So that's what's done for introduction of the music gamelan. Now I'm going to show you how the teacher of us, Bapak Ketut, the class of gamelan is here. Raka try to introduce you for melody first until we have performed the gamelan, and for me give the energy of it. Raka, please show me how we start the baris tunggal or gilak baris from standard basic character of us. We want to show you. Raka play for baris. Yeah. Then this is melody starting by the leader. So everyone will be very quiet and very much sensitive to listen, to hear the gamelan. So I want to make you are here for the melody and helping by all. 3, 2, 1. All of that. So we want to make melody is so wonderful. So I want you can make a tempo here for you. So the tempo is conductor. 3, 2, 1. There are good tooting. From the tooting, I want to come back for the wish to give the connection of collaboration. 3, 2, 1. Very well. So then all of you part to make collaboration. I want to make 2 collaboration of the Ryong. 3, 2, 1. Now I want the bass of the gamelan for the girl. Yeah. Very well. So then I want to go for the gong. 3, 4. Very well. They're very good connection. And then I want to give the Brahma. This Brahma to tell you about the power. My power and their power. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Very nice. Desta is the short name of it. So Desta would like to present his life. Desta like to present one of the very strong movement of local Balinese. So it's supposed to be the Baris has 3 parts, and the part 1 Desta will come to perform for everyone.
Guys, I mean, seriously, how amazing was that? You can see the passion and feel the enthusiasm of these youngsters that they have when performing these dances and living their culture. And yes, I mean, look, Manku and his team do an amazing job preserving this unique culture, the heritage, and making sure that it does not get lost, but that this new and young generation that is so connected with mobile phones and all the devices and get influenced with Western influences, that, you know, it is very easy for certain cultures, certain ancient cultures and traditions like these to get lost. But thanks to Manku, his institute and his team and many other people here in Bali, these traditions live on and are passed on from generation to generation. Now let's have a quick look at the actual dance classes, because man, it's absolutely fascinating. You know, the way they pop their eyes out and the eye movements. I've actually tried. The result for me was only a massive headache because I am not used to it. But here, of course, these people learn this from an extremely young age. And the eye movements and the entire gestures and the rhythm are such an integral part in the culture here. And of course originate from the Indian Sanskrit Vedic dances. And you will see a lot of similarities. So let's check out the dance class and then continue our exploration of this beautiful, unique culture here in Bali, Indonesia.
Kosok ni, kontrol siku naik siku. Nah, dia kan dia ngoyong siku kene. Di ni bawa kontrol siku naik. Keras. Calah ni nong dead plug tahan. Ni nong kipak. Over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bawah. Hop. 2, 2, 3. Sambil senyum. Plug. Nolek. Rendah. Mencap 3 kali. Hop. 2, 2, 3, dead plug, nelek. Buka mata di sini, dong dan pecah les marah nelek. Jadi ngeliar, cop, ya dead plug. Ditarik lagi. Ini nong dead plug tahan. Ini nong kipak. Aware 1, 2, 3.
So when you come to Bali, so you can learn to dance with us, and I have to teach you about pendet, because pendet is simple movement. I'm going to show you now. Okay, agam kanan, yeah. So my wife fixed there the position of. My wife concerned to fix them are about, jangan dilihat nak, yuk agam kanannya nak. She is going to present about agam. She fixed their hand. She tried to flick the finger for energy of Balinese dance. Try to smile, senyum nak. Smile is happy. When you are smile, of course you are happy. When you are smile, you are proud to present. And the next one, we are the dancers to present, to perform, to move that mountain. Here we are. mountain, mata, and then susu is ocean. So then, you are trying to present for the mountain, mata siap-siap semua, mountain and ocean, we call it sledet. Sledet is moving of the ice. Mata. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that gong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that turun. Turun. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that. 1, 2, 3, turun. Turun. That gong. Turun. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that gong.
Sambil senyum. Senyum. Lek. Belum. Angkat. Sir, lek. Cok les ah. Nelek. Nelek keras. Lihat ning lihat. Lihat tak. Pelan. Cok les ah. Wah. Nelek. Dah main. Tak. Hap. Dua nelek. Senyum. Nelek. Pelan. Ya. Wah, tolong. Tak. Nelek. Boyong. Angkat. Senyum.
So every house has their beautiful shrine and house temple. For all of them in the island of Bali, every family has to be built a house temple. Okay, now we are here in the center of our Merajat is a house temple. For me and for everyone in Bali, this is in front of you. We have to build up in a look like mountain. Okay, look like mountain. Represent of who? This is the center point of us in Bali. For us, we call it pengungangan. It means pray to the supreme God. We believe one God. One God, supreme God called Sang Hyang Tunggal. Sang Hyang is one of the supreme God. Tunggal means one. I believe in one God. Okay, but all Balinese represent of Sang Hyang Tunggal or Sang Hyang Widi is here. Open air, but it's something look like a mountain. The second part that we believe is in this shrine represent of Mount Agung, because Mount Agung in Bali is the great place for God and for Shiva, for meditation. For us, enough to pray from here. We don't need to come to Mount Agung every day. No, we don't need to come there for every day. Pray from the from the house. Pray from here to Shiva itself or other God itself from here. So that's why this is, instead of Supreme God, we also pray to Sun. Because the sun in Bali is the top instead of Sang Hyang Tunggal. Without sun, I cannot live. So that's why we are pray for the sun with offering of it. We pray for the earth, fertility of it, and for all the entire world in this. From the public figure of God, we pray here. This is more universal symbolized in Bali. Universal. So much universal. Wherever you are, want to pray and ask for the God as you are want to ask everything for the God. Make you are progress in your life. For example, you stay here. Okay, now I'm in front of our important transform from God. From Padmasana, from home living, we are has a shrine. The second part, I'm going to introduce you the most important part of our symbolize on the top here. There are 3 rooms. The 3 rooms represent of Shiva in the middle. If we open it, Shiva in the middle, we cannot open right now. And Brahma on the left side and Vishnu on the right side. It means the God stay here to give a protection. That's why every home living has a shrine of Batara Guru. Batara Guru means the God of knowledge, the God of Guru. We are be a great person. To become a great person, you ask to Batara Guru. Siwa Guru is Siwa Guru. It's kind of Siwa give you a protection, a life, prosperity from everything you wish to have in the earth to live in Bali. then you ask to Batara Guru. Below, we have another space for us to stay for our ancestors. Our ancestors passed away many years ago. All Bali has their own ancestors. But why Batara Guru on the top and the ancestor leluhur ancestor below? Because we're connecting to our generation like me now. We have to be regeneration of our life here in our home. You should continue your home here by generation to generation, which is you are here to believe from many years generation, pass away and stay there. It's purification already from the cremation in the cemetery, from throwing the ashes in the ocean, and we take all the soul of you from the ocean and live here. Just a symbolize of that. My ancestor, our ancestor, already live here now. But how you know? Because fortune tellers say your ancestors has a good room and give a food every day. You cook the food, make offering every day, we bring here. That's why incense connecting to the sun and offering for the food symbolize and the flower symbolize for the nature. And for us every day we make this offering every day for each shrine we build here. That's why for us after cooking we cook and the food and we make offering every day. Without offering, what you do? What you feel? I feel not good. I have to respect the soul first, the God first, and the ancestor second, and us afterward. You have to eat the way he said, thank you. Matur suksama. If you say matur suksama for the spirit first, and the second for you, you are the human being as a moral. You have a great moral. Your moral, your attitude, your ability to the neighborhood, you are a nice person. If you are a nice person, you are the great karma. From karma of you to the God, to the ancestor, for friend of us. They help you understand. Where you get the food? From the ground, Pertiwi. Where you get the sun? From the Surya, from the sun. Always you connecting. If you don't understand that and respecting others, your life feel not good. Because feel good, you have to come to Taksu. Pasupati give you life. Your Pasupati here, Siva give you Pasupati, and your expression of your life encourage. You get the soul, spirit here.
Good morning, folks, and welcome back to another culturally intense day right here in Bali, Indonesia. Today is a very good day because, as you know, this video here is all about the Balinese culture and its very unique traditions. And today I am actually at the Bali National Art Festival here in Denpasar. This is a festival that takes place once a year over the span of an entire week. It's got different art exhibitions, performances, processions, and a whole lot of more, which I'm not going to highlight in detail, but I am here with my village gang from the Cultural Performance Center in our village of Blabathu in the Regency of Gianyar, which is where I spend most of the time when I visit Bali. So, of course, we came here to give full support to our performers today and hope that they will win a title against all the other regencies and villages. It is super early still. You can see the arena is absolutely empty, but by 7 p.m. tonight, this place will be ram-packed. It may hold about 10,000 people. And as you can see, the skies are not the greatest today, but hey, this comes with Bali's tropical nature. The weather here can change quite rapidly from bright and sunny to torrential rain and vice versa. It is still early, so if it rains, I hope the rains are gonna finish before the performance starts, and if not, so be it. It is going to be a blessing from above. Anyway, as I said, this right here is the Bali Cultural Art Festival in Denpasar, and until the show starts, let's walk around, check out some of the atmosphere, the stalls and the other attractions, and I will see you here tonight once the sun sets to support our Blabathu peeps. So yes, folks, lunchtime. I know I've shown you plenty of pork and plenty of chicken because yes, in Indonesia, especially in Bali, those are very, very famous dishes. But yes, I mean, you know, like I said, there is a lot of difference between the Hindu Bali and the Indian Bali. And even in India, not everybody is always 100% veg. I, however, am 100% veg now. So I am having myself a beautiful, fresh, nice vegetarian treat with soya and fresh peanuts and chilies and, oh man, I mean, I look forward to this. And the lady asked me if I wanted spicy, and I said yes please. And I tell you, here in Indonesia, when you say yes please, it is going to make you sweat. So you guys know I don't like to eat on camera, so I'm gonna just put one spoonful in my mouth and then head back out and rejoin my team. And yeah, performance is at 7 p.m. See you later. This morning it was super cloudy when we got here, but it's nicely cleared up, and as you can see, I am now bathing in the evening sun of this tropical island. And yeah, it's been a great day walking around, seeing different performances, seeing the art exhibitions and the food courts obviously, but yeah, dude, I mean the art exhibitions here are amazing because Bali is so rich in traditional handicraft, and you can see from carvings to paintings to spiritual materials and stuff like that. So yeah, I really enjoyed myself. And now it is time to hit backstage to watch our team get ready, put on their costumes, put on their makeup, and get ready for their big moment as they compete against the other provinces and villages here in Bali, in Bali's National Art Festival, right here in the city of Denpasar. Are you ready to hit backstage and then ready for the grand finale tonight? Let's go. So yeah, guys, preparations going on. People putting on their costume, people putting on their makeup, and yeah, let's just walk around and have a
Jeromaku Iketut Sudirawan, Panitia Penyelenggara Kru Blabathu Desa Blabathu. Sehingga dengan dibentuknya
The Cultural Organizing Committee, in collaboration with the Honorable Mangku Kedu Sudiwan of Blabathu Village, is proud to present you the next item on our agenda for tonight. Blabathu is rich in tradition and culture, and the youth of Blabathu will now perform a contemporary cultural item. Please welcome the children of Blabathu.
Igal, kecil, kecil. Kabarang apa sih? Barong, Rogino, nih. Kayaknya yang di calon arah. Nah, jangan nyorin aja. Nebatu. Mau
yes, guys, this right here unfortunately brings us yet again to the end of another video. As usual, I surely hope that you enjoyed watching this content as much as I enjoyed filming and producing it. And yes, I know in the last 2 videos I've shot here in Indonesia, I've always said, and it was sort of the motto of the past 2 videos, that Indonesia is so much more than just Bali. However, I thought that Bali truly deserves a highlight, in my eyes, not so much for its incredible nature and tourist destination, but much more so for its unique culture and its very, very unique way of celebrating the Hindu faith. Hence, I decided to do this video, and though I have been to Bali many, many, many times, I can't even remember. I think I came to Bali for the first time 18, maybe 20 years ago. But right now, on this trip, during these few adventures, because actually this video is compiled over several months so that it would show you different seasons and different celebrations, but I have learned so much and actually was able to get answers for a lot of questions which I had when I compared the Indian Hindu religions and their customs with the ones here in Bali. Anyway, it is time for me to hit back on the road and head out to new destinations. And as usual, until we meet again, I want you guys to stay healthy, stay happy, and most importantly, be blessed.